All right, guys, so in this video here, we're gonna talk about how to turn into a poker studying machine so you can make the most money possible, okay? And the first thing I have on my list here is daily. So what does that mean? It basically means you have to study every single day without fail. Whether that be days you play poker, whether that be days you don't play poker. It needs to be a part of your soul, okay? So you need to study every single day. The amount of studying you do is not as big of a deal. You should actually start really small, okay? Start really small with your studying. Do little by little. If you're a new poker player, if you're playing low stakes, I would say study as little as 5 minutes per day, okay? Just 5 minutes per day, every single day. Make it a habit, okay? Because that's the first thing you want to do is actually make this a habit. This is very important, okay? Make it an every single day habit. So do 5 minutes a day, do 10 minutes a day, do 20 minutes a day, do 30 minutes a day, whatever it may be, but make it an amount that's not gonna make you feel overwhelmed or dreading the idea of studying that day, okay? Because you never want to associate negative emotions or negative feelings towards studying. So if it's something like, let's say you set for yourself, you're like, okay, I'm gonna study 30 minutes every single day. I'm gonna study GTO 30 minutes every single day, lucid GTO, okay? And then you're studying, you know, let's say it's the morning and you're thinking to yourself, God, I really don't feel like doing this. If you ever feel that way, cut your time shorter, okay? So start really small, in my opinion, okay? Start 5 minutes if you have to, but study every single day, okay? Because that means poker becomes a part of your soul. It's part of your everyday life, and you make sure you're guaranteed to stay consistent with it. And I'm gonna teach you how to do that, because sometimes we may stay inconsistent, but I'm gonna tell you with step 3, you're gonna see actually how you're gonna do that. Step 2 is curiosity, okay? When you're studying, you don't want to study in a passive kind of way where you're just like, You're just like clicking buttons, studying through. Let's say you're playing the Lucid GTO bot and you're just like slowly just like, yeah, all right, that's interesting, you know, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to do that, okay? When you're studying, you want to be curious. You want to cultivate that curiosity. That's what's going to make you learn the information, and it's going to make the information stick in your mind. So let me give you an example. Say you're plugging in a spot into Lucid GTO. Say it's, 7, 4, 3, 6, 2 ISO pot. It doesn't matter the spot, right? Say you're in that spot and the guy bets and you're scratching your chin like, I wonder what would happen if the river was, a 7 instead of a 2. Maybe if it was a jack. Maybe put the queen of diamonds on the river. Maybe the king of diamonds. What if he went a smaller sizing? What if he checked, right? Be curious. What if the turn card was this? Right? And you're in a min-raise pot and it comes down, the flop is like 9-7-3, the turn's like a 2, and you're looking at what hand you should barrel. Don't just look at the 9-7-3-2. Then start thinking like, what if this turn was a 4? What if it was a king? What if it was an ace? What if it was the 2 of a different suit? What if the river bought this? You have to be curious when you're learning, okay? You don't want to just like, I learned this spot, because a lot of us, what we'll do is we'll get into this mode where, we're studying because we want to tell ourselves that we're studying and we want to feel good about that. Okay. We're just like, okay, I'm going to study, but are you really studying? Right? Are you actually studying? Or are you just saying you're studying? If you're just saying you're studying, that means you're just kind of on your computer. You might even have Netflix on the side. You might have a YouTube video up, and you're just like, oh yeah, I study all the time. And you're passively studying in a way where the information is not really sticking. There's no curiosity. There's no excitement towards what you're learning. And these are all things that are going to help your brain is not going to retain this information. So I would suggest, if you're somebody that passively studies, cut your time in half or less. If you passively study for an hour a day, actively study with curiosity for 15 minutes a day. It's better, and it'll save you time, okay? So when I'm studying, okay? I'm actually in there studying. Like you want to be in there studying and with a curious mind, with an open mind, and just looking at everything and how it works. And then the third one is how you're going to put this piece, these two pieces together, and really engrave this into your daily routine. Okay. So the third one, it says reward system. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the studying every single day. But on the days you don't study, you're going to deprive yourself of something that you really want. Let's say it's the Netflix show that you really want to watch. Okay? Well, you're not allowed to watch it unless you study the X amount of time per day with curiosity. Okay? If you study with the curiosity, then you can reward yourself with that Netflix series you want to watch, that YouTube video that you want to watch, that restaurant you've been wanting to eat, that delivery food that you really love. Like, give yourself rewards when you're doing the things you want to be doing. Okay, this is really important because what's going to happen when you do that is you're going to start building positive associations to studying and being curious. So your mind now is thinking, every time I study and I'm showing this curiosity, I'm getting rewarded with something I really like. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be ice cream. It could be a massage. Like whatever makes you happy, you can throw a little bone at the end of the day for yourself, a little reward. But the important thing is when you don't do these things, then don't give yourself the reward. Okay? Deprive yourself of the reward. Okay? Reward yourself when you're doing the things that you know you need to be doing to be successful. And this is a foolproof system. It's very simple. I promise it'll work if you actually can do it. You got to be your own manager in this case, though. You have to be able to deprive yourself of those things. You're looking at that steak that you can order, for delivery, or that steakhouse you want to go to, and you think to yourself, you know what? I can go to the steakhouse and enjoy the steak because I did what I wanted to do, and it feels better. It feels better when you do that. You're like, yes, I deserve this steak, Whereas if you don't do these things, I don't care how hungry you are, you got to eat something that you don't even like. Make it so that you eat something that you really don't even like. So you tell yourself, I'm gonna feel a little bit of pain when I don't do what I want to do and what I'm supposed to do, and I feel pleasure and reward when I do the things that I know I should be doing and that are going to help me become more successful. Okay. If you guys have any thoughts or any comments, drop it down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.